Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Hi Mitro, welcome you all for our morning effort of trying to study the Upanishads and through that try to know intellectually the truth, the self, and then try to get convinced about being one with it. Shwethashwathara Upanishad we are studying with Adi Shankara Bhashya, 5th chapter, TATPADA, the Brahma Tattva is being explained to us. Tam Pada will be followed. Very essential knowledges they are. Good that we are given a chance and we are taking the chance. And sure, it is slowly helping us in ascertaining about what is the final goal to be achieved and what is to be done for that. We are doing all this to invoke the grace of Parabrahma Jagannatha, Ishvara, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana, and also to see that our Vyaktitvas of Loka Sevaka Adi are properly tuned. Along with Upanishad Adhyanam, we are also doing Veda Parayanam, common sense thought, Mangalacharana Shloka Sankalpa, Upanishad Mantrocharana. So, 5 things we are doing in this 1 hour of hours. Friends, nowadays Ganapati pujas are going on all over the country and the world. Let us also participate. Yesterday we did puja and also chanting of Ganapati Tharva. Keep doing it every day at least once. Today, Gananantva mantra, we do the Ghanapatha. That will be our chanting. Then maybe one small stotra of Ganapati. Correct? Then we do our everyday Vedic chanting, common sense thought, etc. as we do every day. Let us start. Om Atha Ganapati Prarthana Ghanapatha. ॐ गणानां त्वा गणानां त्वा गणपतिं त्वा गणपतिं त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे गणपतिं त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे हवामहे गणपतिं हवामहे कविं हवामहे गणपतिं हवामहे कविं गणपतिमिति गणपतिं हवामहे कविं हवामहे कविं कवीनां कविगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् उपमश्रवस्तममित्युपमश्रवः तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणः ज्येष्ठराजमिति ज्येष्ठराजम् ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पते पते ब्रह्मणस्पते पते ब्रह्मणस्पदापते ब्रह्मणस्पद पदापते पत आनो न आपते पत आनः आनो न आनः शृण्वन् आनः शृण्वन् न शृण्वन्नो न शृण्वन्नोतिभिः शृण्वन्नो न शृण्वन्नोतिभिः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदोतिभिः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीद ऊतिभिः सीदसीदोतिभिरूतिभिः सीदसादनगं सादनगं सीदोतिभिरूतिभिः सीदसादनम् ऊतिभिरित्योतिभिः सीदसादनगं सादनगं सीदसादनं सादनमिति सादनम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Right? We'll chant today. गणेश प्रातः स्मरणम and Ganesha Suprabhata Stutihi. One minute. Om Ada Shri Ganesha Pratah Smaranam. Om Pratah Smarami Gananatha Manatha Bandhum Sindura Pura Parishobhita Ganda Yugmam Uddanda Vighna Parikandana Chanda Dandam आखण्डलादिसुरनायकवृन्दवन्द्यम् प्रातर्नमामि चतुराननवन्द्यमानम् इच्छानुकूलमखिलं च वरं ददानम् तं तुन्दिलं द्विरसनाधिपयज्ञसूत्रम् पुत्रं विलासचतुरं शिवयोः शिवाय प्रातर्भजाम्यभयदं खलु भक्तशोक दावानलं गणविभुं वरकुञ्जरास्यम् अज्ञानकाननविनाशनहव्यवाहम् उत्साहवर्धनमहं सुतमीश्वरस्य श्लोकत्रयमिदं पुण्यं सदा साम्राज्यदायकम् प्रातरुत्थाय सततं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् इति श्रीगणेश प्रातः स्मरणम् ॐ अन्तराय तिमिरोपशान्तये शान्तपावनमचिन्त्य वैभवम् तं नरं वपुषि कुञ्जरं मुखे मन्महे किमपि तुन्दिलं महः अथ श्रीगणेश सुप्रभात स्तुतिः ॐ शाङ्करी सुप्रजा देव प्रातः कालः प्रवर्तते उत्तिष्ठ श्रीगणाधीश त्रैलोक्यं मङ्गलं कुरु उत्तिष्ठ बोधया सिन्धो कवीनां त्वं कविः प्रभो अस्माकमात्मविद्यां त्वम् उपदेष्टुं गणाधिप पूजा संभार संयुक्ता वर्तन्ते द्वारि पूजकाः उत्तिष्ठ भक्तान्नुद्धर्तुं द्वैमातुर नमोऽस्तु ते भो भो गणपते नाथ भो भो गणपते प्रभो भो भो गणपते द्वेव जागृह्युत्तिष्ठ माम् अव प्रसीद प्रसीद प्रभो विघ्नराज प्रणौमि प्रणौमि प्रभो ते पदाब्जे प्रतीच्छ प्रतीच्छ प्रभो मत्कृतार्चां प्रयच्छ प्रयच्छ प्रभो कामितार्थान् नमस्ते नमस्ते प्रभो शम्भुसूनो नमस्ते नमस्ते प्रभो ज्ञानभानो नमस्ते नमस्ते प्रभो पापहारिन् नमस्ते नमस्ते प्रभो मोक्षकारिन् इति श्रीगणेश सुप्रभात स्तुतिः ॐ नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्री वरदमूर्तये नमः. Some other mantras tomorrow we will do. Yes, in our Vedic chanting, Rigvedaha Dashama Mandalam from 113, 113, 114, 115 we will do. Let us see if the time permits more. Om Athaveda Parayanam Rigvedaha Dashama Mandalam Atha Taryodashadhika Shatatama Anuvakadarabhya ॐ तमस्यद्यावा पृथिवी सचेतसा विश्वेभिर्देवैरनुशुष्ममावताम् यदैत्कृण्वानो महिमानमिन्द्रियं पीत्वी सोमस्य क्रतुमा अवर्धत तमस्य विष्णुर्महिमानमोजसांशं ददन्वान् मधुनो विरश्मते देवेभिरिन्द्रो मघवा सयावभिर्वृत्रञ्जघन्वा अभवद्वरेण्यः वृत्रेण यदहि नाविभ्रदायुधा समस्थितायुध येषं समाविदे विश्वे ते अत्र मरुतः सहत्मना वर्धन्नुग्रं महिमानमिन्द्रियम् जज्ञान एव व्यबाधतस्पृद प्रापश्यद्वीरो अभिपंस्यं रणम् अवृष्टदद्रिमवहस्यदः सुजदस्तभ्नान्नाकं स्वपन्स्यया पृथम् आदिन्द्रः सत्रातविशीरपत्यतवरीयो द्यावा पृथिवी अबाधत अवाभरदृशितो वज्रमाय संसेवं मित्राय वरुणाय दाशुषे इन्द्रस्यात्र तविषीभ्यो विरश्मिन ऋघायतो अरं हयन्तमन्यवे वृत्रं यदुग्रो व्यवृष्टदोजसापो बिभ्रतन्तमसा परिवृतम् या वीर्याणि प्रथमानि कर्त्वा महित्वेभिर्यथमानौ समीयतुः ध्वान्तं तमो वदध्वसे हत इन्द्रो महना पूर्वहूतावपद्यत विश्वे देवासो अधवृष्ण्यानि ते वर्धयन् सोमवत्यावचस्यया रद्धं वृत्रमहिमिन्द्रस्य हन्मनाग्निर्न जम्भैस्तृष्वन्नमावयत् भूरिदक्षेभिर्वचनेभिर्वचनेभिर्रुक्वभिः सख्येभिः सख्यानि प्रवोचत इन्द्रो धुनिं च चुमुरिं च दम्भयन् श्रद्धामनस्या शृणुते दभीतये तं पुरूण्याभरा स्वश्व्या येभिर्मंसैनिवचनानि शंसन् सुगेभिर्विश्वादुरिदाधरेम विदोषुण उर्विया गाधमद्य 114 घर्मासमन्ता त्रिवृतं व्यापतुस्तयोर्जुष्टिं माधरिष्वा जगाम दिवस्पयोदिधिषाणा अवेशन् विदुर्देवाः सहसा मानमर्कम् तिस्रो देष्ट्राय निर्वृतिरुपासते दीर्घश्रुतो विहिजानन्ति वह्नयः तासां निचिक्युः कवयो निदानं परेषु या गुह्येषु व्रतेषु चतुष्कवर्धा युवतिः सुवेशा घृतप्रतीका वयुना निवस्ते तस्यां सुपर्णा वृषणा निषेधतुर्यत्र देवा दधिरे भागधेयम् एकः सुपर्णः स समुद्रमा निवेशन इदं विश्वं भुवनं विचष्टे तं पाकेन मनसा पश्यमन्ति तस्तं माता रेढि स उरेढि मातरम् सुवर्णं विप्राह कवयो वचोभिरेकं सन्तं बहुधा कल्पयन्ते छन्दांसि च ददतो अध्वरेषु ग्रहान् सोमस्य विमते द्वादश षट्त्रिंशाश्च चतुर कल्पयन्तश्छन्दांसि च ददत आद्वादशम् यज्ञं विमाय कवयो मनीषरुक्सामाभ्यां प्ररथं वर्तयन्ते चतुर्दशान्ये महिमानो अस्य तं धीरा वाचा प्रणयन्ति सप्त आप्नानन्तीर्थं कह्य प्रवोचत् येन वधा प्रविबन्ते सुतस्य सहस्रधा पञ्चदशान्युक्ता यावद्या वा पृथिवी तावदित्ततो सहस्रधा महिमानः सहस्रं यावद्ब्रह्मविष्टितं तावती वाक् कश्चन्दसां योगमावेदधीर कोधिष्ण्यां प्रतिवाचं पपाद कं ऋत्विजामष्टमं शूरमाहुर्हरिः इन्द्रस्य निचिकाय क्वस्वीत् कस्वितो भूम्या अन्तं पर्येके चरन्ति रथस्य धूर्षु युक्तासो अस्तुः श्रमस्य दायं विभजन्त्येभ्यो यदायमो भवति हर्म्येहितः 115 चित्र इच्छिषोस्तरुणस्य वक्षतो नयो मातरावप्येति दातवे अनुधाय दिजीजन तथा च नु वक्ष सद्यो महिधूत्यं चरन् अग्निर्हनामधा इदन्नवस्तमः संयो वना युवते वस्मना दता अविप्रमुरा जुह्वा स्वध्वर इनो न प्रोथमानो यवसे वृषा तं वो विम्नदृशदं देवमन्दस इन्दुं प्रोथन्तं प्रवपन्तमर्णवम् आसावह्निं न शोचिषा विरश्मिनं महिव्रतं न सरजन्तमध्वनः वियस्य तेज्रयसा न स्याजरदक्षोर्नवाताः परिसन्त्यच्युताः आरण्वासो युयुधयो न सत्वनं त्रितं न शन्त प्रशिशन्त इष्टये स इदग्निः कण्वतमः कण्वसखार्यः परस्यान्तरस्य तरुषः अग्निः पातु गृणतो अग्निः सूरीनग्निर्ददातु तेषामवोनः वाजिन्तमाय सह्यसे सुपित्र्यतृषु च्यवानो अनुजातवेदसे अनुद्रे चिद्योद्धृशतावरं स ते महिन्तमाय धन्वनेदविष्यते एवाग्निर्मर्तैः सह सूरभिर्वसुष्टभे सहस सोनरोन्नृभिः मित्रासो नये सुदितारुताय वोद्यावो न द्युम्नैरविसन्ति मानुषान् ऊर्जो न पात् सहसा वह्नितित्वोपस्तु तस्य वन्दते वृषावाक् त्वां स्तोषामत्वया सुवीरा द्राघीय आयुः प्रतरं ददानाः इति त्वाग्ने वृष्टिहव्यस्य पुत्रा उपस्तुतास ऋषयो वोचन् ताश्च पाहि गृणदश्च सूरीन् वषड्वषडित्यूर्ध्वासो अनक्षन्नमो नम इत्यूर्ध्वासो अनक्षन् ॐ शान्तिः 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 good. See whether when it is left to ourselves we'll be doing our parayanas or not, but if you come regularly to the class we are getting this opportunity. Stotra Parayanam, Veda Parayanam, Shanti Mantrocharana, how many things. Thank God, at least here in 1 hour, we are trying to be in that Adhyatmika mood. Krishna Vasudeva. Friends, in today's common sense thought, just 2 or 3 things only, not much, very lighter. See, in that first topic, the 4 things. In that 4 things in the first topic of today's common sense thought, the first thing is there is no way we can never avoid, and we must be. What? We have to be smart enough in our life. Smart enough in our life to protect ourselves from the outer world of things and beings and situations and temptations and distractions or disturbances or threatenings or whatever are there, for whatever the reason they may come. We can never know the reasons and where from, what tragedy, what calamity, what tension, what problem comes, we don't know. But we have to be smart enough to protect ourselves all the time in all aspects, isn't it? If we are not smart, then we'll be deceived by the things and beings in the world, cheated by them. Don't ask why. It just happens for various reasons, unaccountable. Any number of reasons that are given why it happens, that's not a solution, isn't it? Solution is being smart enough. Anything it can be. No question, why my children don't listen to. That is how you smart enough to protect yourself from that problem. Think about. Or why my friends are so, humiliating me or insulting me or disrespecting me. Be smart enough and see how you can avoid it. So throughout life, the price we have to pay is to be smart. For what? To be able to protect. We cannot be buddhu to be overrun or overridden by the world. Uh-huh. Not allowed. Be smart enough. And none can should deceive us or cheat us or trouble us. Be smart. We will not trouble them, but we will not allow others also, situations also to override us, to surmount us, to overwhelm us, to overpower us. One thing. And that we have to be smart enough. So too, second thing is what? We have to be good enough. Enough, good enough to take care of the world around us. Today it will come in the evening class more and more, Hindi class, where Sri Kagbosundiji is going to tell about the Sadhu Lakshana. There we will see in elaboration. But right now in the topic, we have to be good enough to do our dharma and duties and to be able to take care of the world around us to the whatever the extent we can do. We may not be able to do 100%, giving up everything what we have, which may be the goal at one point of the time, a greatest of the achievements. Today we may not be able to do, but little though we can do, isn't it? Smart enough to protect the world, but good enough to help the world also. And this world always is give and take wala hai. So when we give troubles, we get troubles. When we give support to the world, we get supported by the world. So good enough to help the world, to love the world, to support the world, to serve the world. Good enough we have to be. And we can support the whole universe, we can support, we can support the Prakriti, we can support the government. We have to be good enough. And we can support the other fellow human beings. It's an attitude that I am ready to help others. है ना? Sometimes it may boomerang because people may not want our help. Doesn't matter. एक दो बार failure हुआ, insult हुआ, कोई नहीं. But the other times, that good enough, being good enough and helping others will put you in good books of the divine and also of the people. That's called as punya. That's what the extra positive a human can do other than his duties. Good enough. है ना? जितना हो सके. Yes, you know your limitations. Be fair and frank in that. Within those limitations only, without being miser, try to help. It can be your own brothers, sisters to begin with. है It can be your own close relatives or distant relatives or neighbors or some people who are in need genuinely. Not greed and not cheating people, but those who are in need genuinely. You can be good enough to support them. Some supports can be instantaneous, just like that at the time that you have seen somebody hungry, must you give that food to that person or to that animal. ये सारे बहुत बहुत आगे जाकर काम को आने वाले चीजें होती. Some can be a little long time helps, good enough. है ना? किसी का एजुकेशन आपने करवाया और कोई गरीब ब्राह्मण को you just every month 5 kg rice I will give. You need not give 50 kg, he will not eat also. But 5 kg rice आपको 250 रुपए होता है. But for him it is 10 days of rice. पूरा फैमिली के लिए 10-12 दिन का चावल खुराक हो गया. It's good enough, isn't it? In this world, people in different problems are there as if for us giving an opportunity to serve and expand our individuality from being selfish and to be concerned for others. Very good thought, isn't it? So good enough. It can be your own servants once in a while. See, the other aspect of controlling them, disciplining them, even sacking them if they are lazy, lethargic, वो तो चलता ही रहना चाहिए. That's an endless thing. Those things keep on happening in the samsara, you all know that. इवन भगवान भी अलग अलग लोगों को एक्सपेरिमेंट करके अलग अलग पोजीशन में बिठाते हैं. अब when they fail to deliver, then भगवान replaces them. होता ही है ना दुनिया में. The prime ministers are changing, presidents are changing, CMs are changing, big people, everybody. Who is changing them? The Lord. Why? For some time they were fit, after that they were not fit, so they are removed, others are put. Those are fit for long time, they are put for long time. You can do that. That's different. Apart from that, this concern, this being good enough to understand others' needs, to understand others' problems, to be sensitive enough to just support to the extent possible. Good enough. छोटे से देकर जितना हो सके उतना बड़ा मदद you can do, isn't it? You can give some vastra dana to somebody. For 1 month, 6 months, 7 months, वो एक जोड़ा कपड़ा दे दिया तो हो गया, दो जोड़ा, एक मत देना, हमेशा दो देना, हो सके तो एक तो दे दो, ठीक है। किसी को घर बना के दिया, नॉट ए आलिशान, बट जस्ट फोर वॉल्स और छत बना के दिया, अब रहो, गुड थिंग्स, दिस आर ऑल, है ना। One thing from our side is which is the highest way of helping others. Second is what the other person needs at that time. है कि नहीं? So what other person needs at that time, giving that is the highest help. It can be food, it can be money, it can be recommendation, it can be consolation, it can be giving some time or an advice. कुछ भी हो भाई, be good enough. And don't be in that rough and tough mood of blaming everyone, insulting anyone, and misusing the Vedanta by saying कि उसका ये प्रारब्ध है, वो बंदा भाई नेचर इतना बुरा है, इसलिए उसको सब ठोकर लगता रहता. They are all facts, but it won't help. So what? You are a sadhak, no? So from your side, that being good enough to be kind and sympathetic. Other banda ho jo bhi ho, you are a person of goodness, no? You have, and be again smart enough to help in good things in such a way that they don't misuse it. You have to be intelligent there. Like cash corrupts. So instead of that, help in kind. है ना? So if the man is a drunkard, don't give him. To his family, you give some, as we said just now, a kapda or a rice or any usable thing. तो उसको तो बेच नहीं पाएगा ना, उसको तो मिसयूज नहीं करे, कैश दिया तो शायद गड़बड़ कर सकता हूँ, इफ यू हैव डाउट, लाइक दैट. Nothing of the world should make compromise with our goodness. Second point. So be smart enough, be good enough. Third is interesting. Be matured enough, please. Be matured enough for what? To know exactly what is the highest evolution to be evolved to and reached to. What is the highest development? What is the highest growth? What is the highest achievement? What is the highest goal? We have to be matured enough to know that. A matured person only knows as an individual what is the ultimate, how to reach out to. An immature person thinks the world and worldly things only are as the goals. Immature and worldly. But a matured person knows when he thinks, when he takes guidance from elders, etc., that the goal cannot be anything other than the infinite Paramatma. Be mature enough to be very certain about it. Are you? देखो, others who don't come to classes, अब I have no right or anything to ask them. But those who are coming regularly to the classes, I will not ask the question, they ask themselves. Like I ask myself, कि I'm conducting so many classes, but am I matured enough for myself that I'm clear about what's my ultimate goal? Is lecture bazi my goal? Is there any other outer things my goal? Or is my goal is through these satsangas becoming more and more clearer and convinced about the inner self as the goal. You and I, those who are regular, they are to be more responsible in this regard, not for anybody else, for ourselves only. But am I matured enough to be certain about my ultimate goal? Regularly, those who are coming. Once in a while, those who come, they have their own different temperament and nature and conveniences. I cannot guaranteely talk about them. Like the other day, somebody was saying, Ramaji, जब भी time मिलता है मुझे, once in a while I listen to your class. I said, भैया, ये टाइम पास के लिए नहीं है, ये तो ये शास्त्र पे हम सत्संग करते हैं। इट हैज टू बी हर्ड एवरी डे, continuously, that particular shastra. Then only what that Rishi or Guru is saying, what that Shrutimata is saying, and how it is ultimate goal, and how it is so much related to us. These things you will understand. कभी कभी सुनने से क्या फायदा? I didn't tell because they were not in that mood of listening. But I felt यार क्या मेहरबानी कर रहे हो क्या कभी कभी मेरे सुन के I felt inside. But the fact is what? Unless you listen regularly a Shastra from the Guru, how can you tune to the subject? और once in a while एक हफ्ते में 1 घंटा आधा घंटा 2 मिनट like YouTube brand. This will never help. All that is waste. Better you just watch your movie only than that. Whatever you want. Because जब फायदा ही नहीं होगा इससे पक्का, because you are not going to be regular. Why waste time? Go whatever you want to do. No, I will recommend to people like this. If you cannot come regularly to these Upanishad classes, don't waste your time and don't oblige anyone. Don't cheat yourself. कि once in a while I go ना, अरे ऐसा नहीं होता हो. It's a, there may be other speakers doing other talks where one topic they take up, deliver. That's okay. Good time pass, good luck. But here we are studying Shastra. It has its own respect. It has its own value. It has its own sacredness. You have to maintain that. Then only you'll be blessed. That you and I who are doing regularly, they know it now. I to know it certainly for me, the last 5 years of everyday classes, how much it has helped me. So much, much more. I know it's committed to me. As long as saas rahega, I to will do it. My satsangas. Right, friends? So third is be matured enough to know what is our ultimate goal to be reached. And naturally, the fourth one is what? Be intelligent enough. Be intelligent enough to be able to plan so well. The time wise planning, resources wise planning, convenience wise planning. Be intelligent enough to plan in such a manner that what we have accepted as our ultimate goal, we are consciously, deliberately, effortfully walking towards that, moving towards that. उसके लिए फिर इंटेलिजेंस चाहिए, दिमाग. If this is my goal, how I have to go about it, step by step from where I am now, which are the everyday to be done things, all the time to be aware of. Because these are all intelligences. They won't just happen accidentally. They are not borrowed from others. Any number of gurus, advisors, any number of times they may tell or teach, it is we with our intelligence. We have to grasp all of them and do the needful. Therefore, be intelligent enough. I must be intelligent, no? In so many, like this is my age, how long I am going to live. In that, what is my health position now? What's the probability after few years? You know, now today it is in at my disposal. So how best I can utilize today's day? In what way my habits or other obligations or so-called duties are cheating me by consuming my day, my time. ये देखो इसको इंटेलिजेंस कहते हैं. How to avoid them? Moment by moment, how to assess, how to calculate, how to reset, how to restart. है ना? See, even if there are no opportunities, the situations are tough. From them only, we have to create opportunities to do our sadhana. If all the opportunities are fully given with total freedom, maybe if we are not able to do our sadhana, we are not intelligent. Who is intelligent person? Who, in spite of variety of tough situations around for various reasons, still is able to negotiate and find his time, his interest, his concentration to do his regular sadhana. He is intelligent. We have to be so. अब रोते रहने से, कंप्लेंट करते रहने से, कोई आकर कुछ करेगा करके इंतजार करने से कुछ नहीं होता. Which we have seen so far. कुछ हुआ क्या? क्या हुआ? जो किया वही हुआ. Intelligently जो किया वही हुआ. Like intelligently you thought of coming to class. It's your intelligence. You wanted to come to the class, so you are able to come. So be intelligent enough to do all the things required to be done to move towards the goal. So these are the four things: smart enough, good enough, matured enough, intelligent enough. And you can add so many. Just give a sample of how to think. Today's one topic is this one. Second will not be elaborated much. I'll just touch and leave. Is that कि देखो एक बार हम गाड़ी लेकर रोड पे निकले to drive to go somewhere. No, you cannot avoid but to negotiate the whole traffic, keep on moving because you have come onto the road. You have to manage your vehicle, your driving skills, and then other co-travelers. Some of them will be very cooperative, good. Some will be very nasty, troubling you. So many other things will be there. Sometimes the road may be bumpy, lots of traffic can be there. अब क्या क्या है, but you have to once or on the road have to have patience, maturity, intelligence enough to negotiate and keep on moving. Then only you will reach wherever you want to. है ना? In the same way, when you jump into a river for a bath or a swim, so the tides will be there, the waves will be there, isn't it? High and low वाले उसको negotiate करते भी you have to swim. Expect not everything to be smoother. Nothing in the world can be smooth. So these two examples are given to say that. In the same way, if we have, I'm asking question, if we have jumped into this field of adhyatmikata, if we have jumped into the field of adhyatmikata, now remember, like the traffic, like the swimming, so many of the inner and outer, whatever you call them, obstructions or obstacles, they will keep on coming, inner and outer. They won't stop. We also should not stop or get demoralized for any reason. है ना? With long term thinking and planning, and with short term immediate awareness and alertness, keep on negotiating with all those things coming, keep on moving ahead. Like I have jumped to be a sadhana. No, today I have to do my sadhana. These are my plannings. है ना? This time for satsanga shravana, this is for my study of shastra, this is for my purana study, this is for my upasana, this is for my manana chintana, this little time for stotra and japa. I know this is what. And also going to Ganapati, which is being kept in my street. Yesterday night at 11:30, I went somewhere for 1 hour, 2 kilometers. In the 2 kilometers only, there are 10 Ganapatis, or 10, 12. I was so happy, each one in different form. I stopped everywhere and did namaskar, dur se, maja aaya. So, little time, I will go to the Ganapati, do some bhajan, come. This is what is my today's plan. But do you think everything will be smooth? Body itself will have some aches or some weakness. But that should not stop us doing. Mind may be in its low mood. It might be remembering some past painful experience and lose that. वो कुछ भी हो सकता है अपने इसको आधिदैविक आध्यात्मिक ताप कहते हैं और the laziness may overpower me, indigestion can overpower me, overdigestion, physical problems, like to Arjuna it happened, intellectually shattered, broken, mentally displaced, physically also is weakened. कृपया परयाविष्टम अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षण विषीदंतम. The Vishada is intellectual shattering. Krupaya Paryavishtam is mental disturbance. Ashrupurna Kulekshanam is physically also broken. But with that mood, nothing can be, even survival is difficult. Right? Or from the outer world. Suddenly some guests may appear, or at home only some emergency may come up, some requirement may come up, something. The wife is unwell, so you have to take her to hospital, or you have to help her in kitchen, isn't it? Our children need something. अब देखो हम संसार में हैं तो जो हम प्लान करते हैं उसके अलावा हजारों चीज होते हैं, बट नेवर गिव अप. Be mentally prepared, never give up them. Negotiate. Inside also the kamadi vikaras will come, tamogunadi vikara will come. Unnecessarily whole time is wasted in brooding about some situation or some bitter experience or somebody's nature. ये सारे अंदर unnecessarily आने लग. How to negotiate with that मनोराज्य, and then be on the path, on the sadhana to be done. We have seen in other Puranas and all other texts in the evening, Ramayana, वगैरह में, the more we want to be good, the more obstacles will come. Don't ask why. They will come, that's it. The devatas will put them, the God will put, the rishis will test us. Our prarabdha, wholesale it wants to get exhausted. The world is jealous of us. कुछ भी हो यार, होते हैं problem. But we should be mentally prepared कि this is what is life. Just like even in while earning artha kama also, there were so many difficulties. So too, while performing the dharma, while proceeding towards moksha, also there will be continuous the sharks, the whales, the seals, all of them, seals or the crocodiles in the ocean of sadhana also there will be there. Ocean of samudra, samsara or ocean of sadhana. And now we have to reach to that end of the shore called as Atmanubhuti Moksha. So we have to travel in this ocean or river of sadhana. संसार को भी समुद्र से कंपेयर करते हैं, हम साधना को समुद्र से कंपेयर करेंगे. तो while doing that sadhana, the outer and inner obstacles, like we mentioned, the aquatics, they will keep on attacking. कोई भी अब उस तरफ गांव है, जाना है तो बीच में जंगल है, तब जंगल से गुजरोगे तो सारे टेंशन सब होते हैं, तो उस सबको नेगोशिएट करते हुए हाउ टू गो टू द अदर साइड. सो फ्रॉम द गुणा स्टैंड पॉइंट, द तमो गुणा रजो गुणा विल overwhelmingly overpoweringly attack us. So we have to find the ways and means to negotiate. From the individuality standpoint, the upadhis may trouble us. Like I have BP, sugar, all तीन चार diseases है मानो. Naturally they eat away all my physical energy. जब एनर्जी नहीं होगा, रियली साधना हो नहीं सकता. फिर भी जितना हो सके उतना करना, दैट्स द पॉइंट. जस्ट बिकॉज दीज आर द प्रॉब्लम दैट आर देयर, डोंट टेक इट एज एन एक्सक्यूज टू टोटली गिव अप साधना. थोड़ा तो करना. मैं तो ये सीखा हूं भाई कि इतना प्रॉब्लम ट्रेजेडीज आएंगे कि आपको छुड़वाएंगे वो साधना से, एज इफ दे ऑल अटैक अस ओनली टू टेक अस अवे फ्रॉम साधना. वो ऐसे ही दिखता है मुझे. Then with all those toughnesses of difficulties, little bit I will be able to do. That's my success. है ना? Somehow or the other we have to keep doing our sadhana, expecting. And then whenever the situations are convenient, conducive, outer and inner, वो दिन तो पूरा मैक्सिमम साधना के द्वारा उपयोग करना है, साधना के लिए. Isn't it? Either difficult day or easy day, both the days our attention is on our sadhana, what is to be done. And sadhana is the clear understanding about the reality, as that alone is reality. Sadhana is trying to reach out to it in our identity. En route, withdrawing from the outer world, detaching from the upadhis. You know, तो कल तीन चीजें बताई कि नहीं, है ना? idam sarvam jagat mithya, brahma satyam, and tad brahma aham, and tad aham avyayah. This trying to reach to that experience is called sadhana. अब साधना साधना आप शब्द इतने बार सुनकर कंफ्यूज नहीं होना, आप कह चुके हैं लाखों बार. turning within, going beyond the upadhis, and experiencing the substratum of the upadhis. Experiencing the substratum of the upadhis. That is the selfiness. And it is reached through the Vijnanamaya Kosha, through the inquiry. Through the inquiry, the knowledge about the self becomes clear. Before inquiry, the Shravana, Adhyayana, Ityad. After that, निधिध्यासन कहते हैं जिसमें we try to abide in the knowledge which we are convinced about. That's more important. Huh? That stage will come to you and I. Now we are theory, we are trying to become masters of. Once we are master of this theory, let us pray now only to the Lord and Guru to bless us to do that nididhyasana 24 hours. And what is nididhyasana? Nahan dehosmi, nahan jivosmi, aham brahmasmi. This is nididhyasana. I am not any of the upadhis. Neither have any relation with the upadhi. I am the substratum. Where I am going wrong in getting lost in this upadhi tadatmya? How come it is happening? I am the sakshi of them. I am the Shuddha Chaitanya Swarupa. Hai. When I see the upadhis, I am missing I am Chaitanya. So when I realize I am Chaitanya Swarupa, there are no upadhis. But to be able to realize it, the upadhi ka tadatmya thoda हमें छोड़ना पड़ेगा. All this is called nididhyasana. पता चलेगा धीरे धीरे. Right friends? Think more. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om सहना ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ॐ येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यम् ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानाम् ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् ॐ भव एव भवान् इति मे नितराम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदम् ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे ॐ श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषद उक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन मोक्षप्राप्ति सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयः श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनराप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वेश अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठास्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म सुदिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः अद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. अथ Parayanam. In the Parayanam, we have done 8 mantras, 9, 10, 11, 12. Jnagnyau dvavajavishanishau ajahyeka bhoktrubogyarthayukta anantascha atma vishwarupo hyakarta trayam yada vindate brahmametat ksharam pradhanam amrutaksharam haraha ksharatmana deva ekaha तस्याभिध्यानात् योजनात् तत्त्वभावात् भूयश्चान्ते विश्वमाया निवृत्तिः ज्ञात्वा देवं सर्वपाशापहानिः क्षीणैः क्लेशैर्जन्म मृत्युप्रहाणिः तस्याभिध्यानात् तृतीयं देहभेदे विश्वैश्वर्यं केवल आप्तकामः एतद् ज्ञेयं नित्यमेवात्मसंस्थं नातः परं वेदितव्यं हि किञ्चित् भोक्ता भोग्यं प्रेरितारं च मत्वा सर्वं प्रोक्तं त्रिविधं ब्रह्ममेतत्. First chapter chanting we are in. ॐ अथ पञ्चमोऽध्यायः In that Panchamodhyaya, Panchama mantra we have seen yesterday. Sixth mantra we have to study today. With that, the Tatpada explanation in this Upanishad concludes in the Panchamodhyaya that the Tvam the Jiva, will be explained. And finally, that Tat and Tvam are one from the substratum standpoint. Nirupadika Drishtya Tat and Tvam are one. Sopadika Drishti only there is difference. Like Nirupadika Drishti, all are Indian citizens. Sopadika Drishti, one is doctor, one is lawyer, etc. Nirupadika, Sopadika. So the Tatpada explanation is going on. This mantra 5, how beautiful it is. Are we calm enough, quiet enough, concentrating enough, conscious enough to go through the meaning of every word through Bhashya and grasp what is said there literally, what is indicated through that information by the Shruti Mata, by the Rishi. This is called as studying the Upanishad, Adhyayanam. Not Parayanam, not just going through like a editorial or any newspaper's article. Na Adhyayanam. Isn't it? Adhyayanam. Even the articles or editorial also can be Adhyayanam. That when you study, you can see that editor's maturity is biased, if at all, to which party. Unbiased, then how strong he is, how honest he is, how hardworking he is enough to gather the information authentically and correctly. है कि नहीं? जो हर कोई बंदा टीवी में पेपर में लिखता है, they need not be authentic. All informations may not be true. Something they have to present. So they say, because जिंदगी तो चलना है. लाइक किसी को अपने कोई प्रवचन करने को कहा तो दिया माइक को बोलेंगे वो. But when some topic is given, speaking from the Shastra authority, speaking from one's own experimentations and anubhuti, it has its own flavor. So too, when you read the articles in paper, there's a difference in a person who is there in that field for decades together with all the honesty. When they put the facts, it's totally different. होते हैं कुछ लोग, सब कुछ शायद नहीं. In the same way, while studying the Upanishad also, what is there in the heart of the Upanishadic Rishi and Shruti Mata while giving this guidance? Every time the two things in the heart are one, they are conveying to us the truth. Second is they are inspiring us to realize the truth because in that only there is moksha. That's what is the heart of the Shruti Mata and the Rishi of the Shruti. Right? See that Panchama mantra, how beautiful it was. Ki yaccha swabhavam bhajati vishvayonihi pachyanscha sarvan parinamayed yaha sarvametat vishwamaditishtatyekaha gunanscha sarvan viniyojayed yaha. How many things are told about that Tatpada Paramatma Tattva. All are indicative only. Directly Paramatma cannot be shown or any definitions cannot be there. At the most, you can talk about him as Satchidananda. That's it. बाकी सब तटस्थ ही है, स्वरूप से इतना ही मात्र है. तटस्थ लक्षण means defining with reference to. Swarupa is without any reference explaining what it is. Man, it's a Swarupa Lakshana. Husband, it's a Tatastha. With regard to that wife, a woman, he is the husband. Isn't it? Both are he only. The man and husband is one only. But the man with the conditioning wife is called husband. That is Tatastha Lakshana of him. Man is a Swarup. So to Satchit Ananda is Swarup. With regard to the Jiva Jagateshwara drama, all explanations about that Paramatma are his Tatastha Lakshana. That Tatastha Lakshana is called his immanent expression. That also you have to know. And Swarupa Lakshana, the transcendental, that also you have to know. See, how many things? One, Swabhavam Pachati. Two, Vishwa Yonihi. Three, Pachyan Sarvan Parinamayetu. Four, Sarvam Etad Vishwam Aditishthati. Five, Ekaha. Sixth, Gunan Sarvan Viniyojayetu. These are the six things about the Paramatma Tattva, specifically, categorically told in this mantra. One by one. Swabhavam Pachati means what? Swabhavam yad agnehe aushnyam. Swabhava means swasya bhava. That one's own nature, without which that thing cannot be called as that thing. Example is the fire and its burning power. Agnehe. Agni is fire. Aushnyam is its ushnata, heat. So the heat of the fire. Example. So too, an iron, it's cold to touch and very heavy to lift, depending on its quantity. ये उसका स्वभाव है. So, in this way, of everything, whatever its original nascent swabhava is there, pachati means nishpadayati. He is the one who is doing the nishpadanam, dispensing. Like 10 people come with 10 prescriptions to the chemist. He just looks at them and dispenses those medicines. Dispensary कहते हैं. Here also, Paramatma is dispensing the Swabhava to everything. In his presence, that particular thing has that dharma. So, Swabhavam Pachyati. One. Second, in this way, in this world, there is nothing without its Swabhava. And to everything that Swabhava is provided by the Lord. In this way, he is called Vishwayoni. Why the Paramatma is a womb, the Yoni of the Vishwa? Because of him only, everything has its own Swabhava without which it cannot. So, Paramatma is the Yoni of the fire because fire cannot be without its Swabhava, Aushnyam, and that Aushnyam is because of the Lord. That's the meaning of Vishwa Yonihi, Jagataha Yoni. Two things are explained. Third is what? Pachan Sarvan Parinamayet. For the sake of Vyavahara, all the things like Panchamahabhutas that are being projected or produced need to go through Parinama. So that modifiability in the modifiable things which is required for the Vyavahara and Sadhana, that also is provided by the Lord. So Pachan Sarvan Parinama Yetu. Modifiable are made to get modifiable because of his presence. ये भी थोड़ा सा ध्यान से सुन समझने की बात है ना. Existence, when we talk about the Lord, don't take it as a jada thing doing nothing. In the presence of that existence, the things get even modified too. Parinamayat. So the Bhumi, Prithvi gets modified. Then only out of that Bhumi, the tree can grow to give us the fruits. है ना. और पृथ्वी का ही मॉडिफिकेशन है कि नहीं. वो पेड़ उखाड़ दो पेड़ को पृथ्वी से, it will die only. So that shows that the Prithvi is the one in which is getting modified to become a tree and a fruit in the tree or flower. Of course, the water, other things too are required. Or the Parinamata in the mud so that it can be molded into any useful articles. That's called Pachan, modifiable. Parinamayed, he is the one who makes them get modified. So that credit also is of the Paramatma. है ना? A child, when born, like a squirrel only that fellow. है ना? जब आप जाके देखते हो, डिलीवरी हुआ 4 घंटे के बाद अलाउड, इंक्यूबेशन में रखा है, 1 किलो कम है उसका वजन, या 2 दिन के बाद जाकर देखा, हाउ ही लुक्स लाइक. Then after 6 months you go, that fellow gathered weight and he's able to look at you and he also laughs at you. He also laughs. Or he laughs at you also. Wherever you want to put the also, you put. Ah. Then you say, यार वो मेरे को देख के हंस रहा है. You feel happy. Then go after 2 years to see. Already he is able to walk and nobody can stop him. He is able to talk, nobody can stop him. How this parinama is happening in that child's body, no? In the presence of Paramatma. Pachan. So too, as his age is growing, the jiva in him is getting parinita in so many things. And he starts recognizing who are parents, who are brothers, sisters, who is our dada, dadi, nana, nani, chacha, chachi, puppa, pupi, kakka, kaki, papa, papi. तो he knows all. परिणाम हो रहा है कि नहीं उसके मन में. Then his ego also develops. He develops his art of getting the things done by crying, by blackmailing emotionally. अब एक एक गधा एक एक तरह ग्रो होता है. एक एक. That parinama is happening in the presence of the I, the conscious self. है ना? And some things we think we are intelligent to do and bring those transformations. That I joined driving school and I learned driving, or I joined chartered accountancy course and I studied, then I applied, now I am here. Hello everybody to cheat the country by finding the ways to evade the tax. मजाक के लिए बोल रहा हूँ मैं. नारायण. I have become lawyer, I have become. That's all parinama. है ना? Earlier he was useless, now he is a tragedy or problem to the world. When I don't know anything, I am useless. When I know something, I am harmful to the world. These all parinamas that are happening in my intellect. It is in the presence of Paramatma. Pachan Sarvan Parinama. One example is given here about Pachan Sarvan Pakayogyan Prutivyadin. Prutivyadin. Parinamayet Yaha. Ana? So in that parinati, each one has different parinama. Like the Vayu parinama, it won't stay at one place. It goes from one to other. The Jala parinama, oh, it can be in the ice state, it can be in liquid state, it can be the water vapor state, it can be diffused into hydrogen and oxygen molecules. It is in his presence the things which are modifiable are getting modified. Everything a tree, slowly growing, bigger branches, and then healthy leaves and all. And if the tree is in that Himalayan region with lots of water, अरे इतना तगड़ा रहता है. Parinama, it is in his presence. And it becomes old also, because everything which starts has to have an end. सब चीजें इस जगत में जो भी उत्पन्न होते हैं एक्सपायरी डेट के साथ उत्पन्न होते हैं. Everything in the whole world itself has an expiry date. So that parinama, he is the one in whose presence those parinamas are happening. So attention is on the parinama and the things which are parinito. Attention is on the substratum in whose presence all these are happening. And he is not getting parinit, please. He as Satchidananda alone is the same. He never changes. So three things we have seen. Swabhavam pachati, Vishwayonihi, Sarvan Pachan Parinamayeto. Okay. Pachan Pakayogyan Prativyadin Parinamayeto. Yaha, that is a Parama. Fourth one is Sarvametad Vishram Adhitishtati. So Sarvam, everything, Etad Vishram, this entire universe, Adhitishtati means Niyamayati. He is the one in this way doing the Niyamanamana of everything. Everything is under the Niyamanam of that Paramatma Tattva. Sarvam Etad Adhitishtati. And such that Paramatma is not one per head, is not one per one occasion, is not one for one pranta or one happening. He is one without second. Eka. So, स्वभावम पचती, तो अग्नि के उष्ण देने वाला एक भगवान है, जल को ठंडगी देने वाला एक भगवान, ऐसा नहीं है. सेम वे the prithvi is getting modified to become the pots or the trees getting modified to become fruit. So every tree के पीछे एक एक भगवान है, ऐसा नहीं है. एक कहा. That's one substratum only. Like behind millions of trees, trillions of trees all over the globe, one substratum is one earth only. Trees may be different, the fruits may be different, veggies may be different, but the prithvi तो एक ही है ना. Ekaha. This is the fourth point. He is one without second. So this is what? Through what we see through the upadhis, recognizing the presence of him. श्रुति वाक्य है ये, तो उस पर भरोसा करके उस चीज को हमें डेवलप करना है. Attention is on the modifying things, attention is on the substratum in whose presence these modifiable things are getting modified. The second one is sadhana. दृष्टि धीरे धीरे उस तत्व के ऊपर ज्यादा हमें रखना चाहिए. एक कहा. फोर्थ वन. फिफ्थ वन इज व्हाट? वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. गुणांश्च. व्हाट आर द गुणास? सत्व रजस तमो रूपान. तो सत्वगुण रजोगुण तमोगुण रूपान विनियोजयेत यहा. He is the one who is activating and employing these three gunas. The existence given to the gunas, the activation happening in the gunas, employing them in various happenings is done by that Ishvara only. Gunan sarvan viniyojayet. This is a big topic here, a lot to be thought over or discussed. Helpful information. An idea we'll see today, explanation will tomorrow exhaustively. What is it? He is the one who is doing vinyojanam of the gunas. Therefore, he is not in the gunas. He is beyond the gunas. Therefore, transcending the gunas and their effect, reaching him, identifying with him is our goal. Right now, क्या हो रहा है? That antakarna, which is the product of Maya, in which there are three gunas continuously. By identifying with the antakarana and by identifying with the guna which is predominant at that time in that antakarana, we are considering ourselves to be so. But the fact is what? The gunas and the antakarana, they are all belonging to Prakriti. I am neither in Prakriti nor in the antakarana product of the Prakriti nor the three gunas have anything to do with me. I am Sakshi for all the three gunas of the Prakriti, which is very tough even to listen. Huh? Like right now I am in Tamoguna, let us. The Tamoguna is to the antakarana followed by to the Sharira. And I succumb to it. Then I say, मैं तमोगुण में हूँ. अरे, how do you know you are in tamoguna? I am aware of it. So you are awareness, no? I am in rajoguna today. How do you know? Because I am aware of it. So you are awareness, aware of the rajoguna of the antakarana. So I am in good mood today, Swamiji, that I want to bunk the class and enjoy. Sattva. How do you know? I am aware of it. So you are the awareness. You are the Gunatita. Prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava nadveshti sampravrittani na nivrittani kankshati. An exhaustive explanation Gita, 14th chapter, 3 gunas, their influence, and the Gunatita sthiti, which is our goal. The self is not touched by the 3 gunas, mind you. The tamoguna of the nidra, the rajoguna of swapna, the sattoguna of the jagrat, with their effects, have nothing to do with the pure conscious Paramatma in me. The Paramatma Tattva in me is such a subject to experience that it doesn't fall in the category of the Antakarana. So therefore there is no guna in it. भैया उपनिषद सुनते सुनते ना ऐसा कोई एक चीज है या वस्तु है या स्टेट ऑफ बीइंग है, थोड़ा इसको समझना शुरू करो, मनन करना शुरू करो, स्वीकार करना शुरू करो, उसको गोल मानना शुरू करो. Trigunas function in the Antakarana, which is the product of Maya. I, the conscious self, is beyond the Maya, no? Therefore, how can the Maya Krita, Antakarana Sthita, Trigunas have any effect on me? Very tough, because we have a habit of identifying the Antakarana and its various moods, gunas at each of the time. And we think we are that. Well, lamba pras, that's what I said, it's a huge subject. Just 1 or 2 things only we touchingly explain, not detail. Further details refer to Gita. For example, we have to rise above from tamas to rajas. We have to rise above from rajas to sattva. And from the sattva only, by pursuing the tattva, we can rise above even the sattva. By being in tamas, we can never even understand that there is something which is beyond three gunas. By being in rajas also, we have no time energy because we are so busy in rajogunatmika kriya. When these two are relatively made very less, and only the Satoguna is increased in us, in that Satoguna, the study of Shastra, through that, the presence of Paramatma and his nature, all of them are understood. Then while pursuing that Paramatma, that Tattva also we transcend. Rajastamas already transcended by invoking Sattva. You know, which is the text we have studied? हमेशा मुझे सत्व गुण में रहना है. भगवान कृष्ण टू अर्जुन नित्य सत्वस्थ. हम जल्दी भूल जाते हैं हम ना. नित्य सत्वस्थ ही said, not rajogunastha, not tamogunastha, nitya sattवस्थ. That is possible. We have to make it possible. Bhagwan's blessings are there, nitya sattvasto bhava, but we have to try. है ना? For a tamoguni, even Vedantic class also tamasic. For a sattoguni, even nidra also is sattvic. Try to catch the seeming, contrast there. For a Shuddha Sattoguni, Nidra also Sattvic. For a Param Tamoguni, his Upasanas, Puja, they are also Tamasic. Actually, they have to be Sattvic, but wo bhi uske liye Tamasic. And the Nidra Adi are Tamasic. But for a Shuddha Sattoguna conquered person, that also is Sattvic. Sattvic means he sleeps deeply for 15-20 minutes. That's enough for him. थोड़ा साउंड से उनको बुला लिया, उठ गए, and he is ready for the work. ये फिर जन्म जन्म का प्रयत्न से मिलता है. कुछ कुछ डिपार्टमेंट्स फील्ड्स में लोगों को ऐसा रहना पड़ता है. द सिक्योरिटी डिपार्टमेंट्स, पीपल हैव टू बी इन दैट शुद्ध सतगुण. इन मेडिकल डिपार्टमेंट, स्पेशली इन इमरजेंसी वार्ड्स, है ना, सडन केसेस आते हैं ना, दे हैव टू बी इन सतगुण. दे कैन नॉट बी ड्राउजी, किसी को एक्सीडेंट हो गया, आ गया, अच्छा चलो कल देखते. यू कैनॉट इमीडिएटली पुट अंडर लाइफ सपोर्ट्स एंड क्विकली डायग्नोज एंड मेन ब्रॉड इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम मेन वाला कौन सा है उसको ट्रीट करना शुरू करो. सत्वगुण हो तो होता है. There are some people who maintain the Satoguna all the time, alert and everything they are perfected. वाह, हमें उस स्थिति में पहुंचना है. थैंक यू. ओम 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 पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदम पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. spend some 10 minutes for Gita. Om